Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel to get your daily Bible verse and Bible chapter. I hope you have a great day and come back each and every day for a new verse and a new chapter. Thank you and God bless. 1 Kings 2. When David's time to die approached, he changed his sons, Solomon, saying, I'm about to go off the earth, but you be strong and show what you're made of. Do what God tells you. Walk in the path he shows you. Follow the life map. Absolutely keep an eye out for this signpost. His course for life set out in the revelation to Moses. Then you'll get on well in whatever you do and wherever you go. Then God will confirm what he promised me when he said, if your sons watch their step, staying true to me, heart and soul, you'll always have a successor on Israel's throne. And don't forget what Jacob, son of Zeruiah, did to the two commanders of Israel's army, to Abner, son Ner, and to Amasa, son of Jether. He murdered them in cold blood, acting in peacetime as well as if we were at war. And as been signed with that blood ever since. Do what you think is best with him, but by no means let him get off scot-free. Make him pay. But be generous to the sons of Bezalel and the Gibeonite. Extend every hospitality to them, that the way they treated me, and I was running for my life from Absalom, your brother. You also will have to deal with Shimei, son of Gera, the Benjaminite, from Bahalam, the one who cursed me so viciously when I was on my way to Ma'am. Later, when he welcomed me back at the Jordan, I promised him under God I wouldn't put you to death. But neither should you treat him as if nothing ever happened. You're wise. You know how to handle these things. You know what to do to make him pay before he dies. Then David joined his ancestors. He was buried in the city of David. David ruled Israel for 44 years. For 40 years. 7 years in Hebron and another 33 in Jerusalem. Solomon took over on the throne of his father David. He had a firm grip on the kingdom. Ad, son of Higgith, came to Bathsheba, Solomon's mother. She said, "Do you come in peace?" He said, "In peace." And then, "May I say something to you?" "Go ahead," she said, "speak." "You know that I had the kingdom right in my hands, and everyone expected me to be king. And then the whole thing backfired, and the kingdom landed in my brother's lap. God's doing. So now I have one request to ask of you. Please don't refuse me." "Go ahead, ask," she said. "Ask King Solomon. He won't turn you down to give me Abishag, the Shunammite, as his wife." "Certainly," said Bathsheba. "I'll speak to the king for you." Bathsheba went to King Solomon and presenting Ad's request. Then the king got up and welcomed her, bowing respectfully, and returned to his throne. Then he had a throne put in place for his mother. She sat at his right hand. She said, "I have a small favor to ask of you. Don't refuse me." The king said, "Go ahead, mother. Of course I won't refuse you." She said, "Abby, the Shunammite, to your brother Ad and his wife." King Solomon answered his mother, What kind of favor is this? Asking that Abby, the Shemanite, to be given to Ad? Why don't you just ask me to hand over the whole kingdom to him on a platter? Since he is my older brother and has Ab, the priest, and Joab, son of Zeruiah, on his side. The king Solomon swore under God, "May God do his worst to me if Ad doesn't pay for this with his life. As surely as God lives, the God who sent me firmly on the throne of my father's David and put me in charge of the kingdom, just as he promised Ad, will die this day, today." King Solomon dispatched Ben, son of Judah. He struck Ad, and he died. The king told the priest, "You're exiled to your place of Anath. You deserve death, but I'm not going to kill you. For now anyway. Because you were in charge of the chest of our ruling. God in the country of David, my father, and because you shared the hard times with your father." Solomon stripped of his priesthood, fulfilling God's word at Shiloh regarding the family of Eli. When this news reached Joab, who had conspired with although he had remained loyal to Absalom's affair, he took refuge in the sanctuary of God, seizing the horns of the altar and holding on for dear life. King Solomon was told that Joab had escaped the sanctuary of God and was clinging to the altar. He immediately sent Ben, son of Zeruiah, with orders to kill him. Ben went to the sanctuary of God and said, "King orders, come out." "No, I will die right here." Ben went back to the kings and reported this was Jacob's answer. The king said, "Go ahead, then do what he says. Kill him and bury him. Absolve me and my father's family of all the guilt from Joab's senseless murders. God is everything those bloody murders on John's head. The two masked men God is avenging the bloody murders on Jacob's head. Two men had murdered men better far than he ever was. Behind my father his back, brutally murdered Abner, son of Ner, commander of Joab's army, responsibility for the murders is forever fixed on Jacob and his descendants. But for David and his descendants, his family and kingdom, the final verdict is God's peace. So Ben, son of Zeruiah, went back, struck Joab, and killed him. He was buried in his family plot near and we replaced Abner with Jether, the priest. The king called next in Shanu and told him, "Build yourself a house in Jerusalem and live there. But you are not to leave the area so much if so much as cross the brook Kindon. You're as good as dead." And you will have discreet your own death sentence. Shimei answered the king, "Oh, thank you. Your servants will do exactly as my minister the king says." Shimei lived in Jerusalem Shimei lived in Jerusalem a long time. But it so happened that 3 years later, 2 of Shimei's slaves ran away to Arkansas of Monarch, king of Gath. Shimei was told, "Your saviors are in Gath." Shimei sprang into action, sat in his monkey, and went to Arkath in Gath, looking for his slaves. And then he came back bringing his slaves. Solomon was told Shimei left Jerusalem for Gath, and now he's back. Solomon then called for Shimei and said, Don't I make you a promise under what God has said, and give you good warnings besides that you would not leave the area? That if you left, you would have decreed your own death sentence. And didn't you say, "Oh, thank you. I'll do exactly what you say"? So why didn't they keep your secret promise and do what I ordered? Then the king told Shammai, "Deep in your heart, you'll know all the evil and David God will now avenge all the evil that was done on you. But King Solomon will be blessed, and the rule of David will be a sure thing under God forever. King then gave orders to Bathsheba, son of Judea. He went out and struck Shammai dead. The kingdom was now secretly in Solomon's grasp. Proverbs 22:4. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. Proverbs 22:4. True humility and fear of the Lord leads to riches, honor, and long life. One of my favorite verses is Philippians 4:13. It says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." If you have your own favorite verse, please put that down below and let me know what it is. Proverbs 22:4. True humility and fear of the Lord lead to riches, honor, and long life. Always remember to smile, because you never know what a smile can do for someone's day. Thank you for watching today's video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so you can remember to watch each and every day's video. Thank you for the ones that have been with me from the beginning. Please help me expand my ministry. Thank you, and God bless.